Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope that all has been well and that whatever you're going through in life, it's going towards the goal that you want it to be. I am back with another video, and this time I had the opportunity to collaborate with a rugby club, Mt Roskill Rugby Club to be exact. I had an opportunity to film a documentary for them, and God willingly, we actually came out with a prize. I can't disclose what the prize is due to not having consent to share information around those. But what I can say is that it was sponsored by MILO, and the video clips and the video documentary was shown to Olympic gold winner Valerie Adams and one of the Barrett brothers. The real win for me was actually witnessing how great my Roskill Rugby Club is. Roskill Rugby Club, they don't have a lot to use when it comes to utilizations of equipment and facilities and platforms, yet alone their families too. I mean, I can say so much, but I'm gonna just let them say it for themselves. Without further ado, I present to you my Roskill Rugby Club.
You know, bigger space would mean more people coming together.
Making it to another higher level in rugby is definitely an aspiration of mine that I have.
And so it'll be quite special having a bigger space for, you know, not only just one team.
Definitely with like
just another gal that got in line, tripping cause the vibe like it's mine. Bring about your conversation, it's condescending, stepping out of line. Knowing that you want to love on me, baby, but you're barely in me. Bring about your conversation, it's condescending, stepping out of line.
Yeah, she said a frown don't suit me. Want a clean slate, trying to clap it like a movie.
I hold Roskill close to my heart as a place of, you know, I have a lot of roots to Mt Roskill, family, friends, and so just having those relationships throughout growing up, and it's something, that I consider important in my life, and also the Roskill Districts Rugby Club.
the thing I love about the club is just we definitely have a family-based culture within Roskill. You know, I have friends at other clubs, and sometimes they're playing with people they've never met before, or they're just trying to string along for the club or like for where they're trying to go individually, whereas with Roskill we're always moving as a pack and as a family. In our old club we definitely have some history, but not being able to hold up and having to shut down was definitely a big thing. Our perception is just seeing that our club is our club for our community, and having our own club to play for that's, you know, in the heart of where we stay and where we're all from is definitely big for us.
I think like immensely helpful to the club if we were to be blessed with that amount of money, because of the rugby club kind of not operating as it was back a few years ago, a couple of years ago. And so that kind of money, that sort of money would definitely help out the club to grow, but also just having more teams operating at the moment rather than just the 21s, the junior grades, and the senior A's.
I think with the upgrades as well is it will kind of give a little bit more confidence towards some of the ones coming up, because I definitely remember feeling like seeing everything that the other clubs have and maybe feeling out of my depth, not being able to play at that level because we didn't have what they had.
You know, I think back of when I was a junior grade, in the junior grades, and I can vividly remember those moments as a junior rugby player coming through. And so hopefully the younger generation could be blessed with, you know, the same things I had, or if not more than what I had. I think financially having a solid platform for women's rugby to kind of build off, usually that's a thing that holds back teams from, you know, operating or starting from the get-go, is just having that support financially. And if our club was to be blessed with money like that, you know, we'll grab it with two hands and get things moving, especially for women's rugby as well.
There's like 30 jerseys, 30 shorts, 30 socks that need to be washed after, you know, every Saturday. And I'm quite close with Nick and some of the management, and they've told me about, you know, the money, they're not getting paid for this sort of thing, and the money that goes towards, you know, providing that sort of stuff is coming out of their own pocket. I think that would make their lives a little bit easier, and yeah, definitely make them feel, or take some stress off their shoulders, or train for longer.
Like, we have lights on the Fairham Park rugby field, but it's only 2 sets of lights that aren't, you know, really too strong. So the lights we have at the moment are just on one side of the field. So you can't really, it gets to a point where it's kind of a hazard throwing a ball around on the other end of the field because you can't quite see it. And also, if we wanted to do a bit of contact, that in itself would be quite dangerous, not being under the light. But that's one thing that holds us back from, you know, utilizing the whole field, is we can only use probably half the field because of the lighting.
Personally, because I have quite a serious eye disease, it's hard for me to kind of see at night. So it's hard for me to kind of train and perform at peak.
You know, having more lights, having a bigger club room, because right now it's quite small, and so yeah, there's many ways it could be well utilized in the club.
And being quite a big team and having some big boys in there, it's kind of hard to, you know, get into that proper preparation and mindset, especially like when you're like trying to get change in such a cramped space. It's kind of hard trying to get focused and comfortable leading up to kickoff.
The little stands that we do have there now, or bleachers, they can only hold probably up to 15 to 20 people, or even less.
I think like with the big thing with our fields is that because when we get such big crowds, it's hard for people to see kind of the whole field and like witness the whole game, so sometimes they miss moments and stuff.
So that means when we have supporters there watching games, it's a flat park or field, and so when people are watching, you know, there might be some people double parking and just little things like that. If there are to be, you know, bigger bleachers, or just any sort of another like stand or something, just for everyone to enjoy the game from a good angle, and yeah, enjoy their time watching.
Definitely me and some of the boys wish, you know, we had a bit more at our field, but it's sort of just Roskill sort of culture to play with the basics and just kind of perform with what we've been given. But it would definitely be something special if we could get a little bit more facilities for us to use.
So I reflect back on when I was young, training on exactly the same field in under 11s, and I can remember definitely, you know, some of the trainings we had, but also at the same time, I remember always having a good laugh with my teammates back then. It's just kind of reminded me, you know, like my own personal life, that you can work hard, you can work really hard towards anything that you have set in this life. It's always, you know, it makes it that much more memorable when you enjoy doing it. At Roskill Districts, it's definitely memorable. All the memories that I've had on the field when I was young till this point, definitely always enjoyable. It's something special to be a part of this rugby club.
What a blessing it was to be a part of this documentary, be able to film it, edit it, be a part of it, and just seeing what the beauty is after all that they've gone through and what they're still going through even to this day. So me being the individual that I am, as well as the individual that actually comes from Mt Roskill, who stays in Central Auckland, I wanted to give back to my community, and I have started a GoFundMe page. With this page, you can donate as you please, whether it be $5, $20, anything really. But I just had the idea of giving back to the community and, you know, giving back to a space that, you know, that I stay in, as well as went to school in. So yeah, so I'm just using the gifts that I can to bless others, as well as this rugby club, along with the prize that they have won. But ultimately, it was a blessing to be a part of, and I hope that you like it. If you have any inquiries, please feel free to message me, DM me through my social media platforms. And if you want to be a part of this journey and investing into younger ones that want to play rugby, especially in the neighborhood like Mt Roskill, definitely donate through. Apart from that, thank you for watching. I hope that inspires you. Woo!